One TV special report.
So may I proceed? Section 7. The remittance to the barangays, the City's Office and the BB Law made observations that the LGO incurred expenses in the issuance of the barangay clearance because while the barangay clearance is in favor of the barangay because the fees will be remitted later on to the barangays, the LGO to the City's Office will be the one to issue the barangay clearance, and it will require expenses for office supplies, other overhead expense. So the citizen inquired during the committee hearing if we could reasonably impose a share of the LGU, about 5 to 10% of the barangay fees, which will have to be remitted to the barangay within 7 working days from the end of the calendar month. So I will now throw this to my colleagues for their comments and observations. If you find it reasonable that the LGU should share the barangay fees, because we inquired from the barangay captains, almost all the comments of the barangay captains are in favor that the LGU should share because they recognize the assistance the LGU to the barangays, including the 500,000 financial assistance to the barangay. So they are always amenable. All of them who commented clarified they are amenable to the LGU sharing the clearance space of the barangay. So the clearance space will be remitted to the barangay, will be deducted of the share of the LGU, about 5 to 10%. So may I ask my colleagues, what do you think is the reasonable, if you question, if you are in favor of giving a share to the LGU? So during the committee hearing, it is proposed that this will be a share of the LGU. All the barangay captains are in favor, were in favor. So are we all amenable to that? If there are no objections, so it means that all are amenable. So the question now, second question, how much should be the share of the LGU? 5 to 10% is the preference of the City Treasurer's Office officer, and the barangay captains even also manifested that they are amenable to 10%. So may I know the pleasure of my colleagues on this? How much is the percentage that LGU will share from the clearance fees?
Okay, thank you, Honorable Majority Floor Leader.
Before we go back to the other one, the other items.
Before we go on the voting, may we hear from Honorable Suiso for his reaction? Yes, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam Presiding Officer. With respect to the percentage that we will be imposing on the integration of the business tax, I have talked with most of the treasurers in the barangay, especially on the barangays with busiest transaction of the day. And normally, the transactions for businesses, it's all actually warag uniform tanan ang katong, especially for sari-sari stores. They charge it 1,000 pesos each. If we will going to have the percentage for the city, if it would be 10%, that would be 50 pesos. If it would be 5%, that would be 25 pesos. Since in a day, they have at least 10, 12 to 15 transactions of the 1,000 pesos, And if we're going to have the 25 pesos for 5%, if 10% is 50 pesos, not 50, no, for 1,000, the 10% is 100, and the 5% is 50 pesos. Since transactions in a day is 10 to 15, and then it would be, kuan po, dako na po kaayo kung ato silang didakan og 100, Madam Chair. So, I would suggest 5% na lang of the 1,000, which is 50 pesos. That will already cover the bond paper, the electricity, and the print. The katong printing nga gigamit nato sa ato ang mga printers. So I suggest for 5%, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Suiso. Yes, Honorable Ko.
Thank
You
you.
have your reactions.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. And for me, the 10% share to the LGU will be retained is reasonable. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, so we have two options now. 10% is from the Honorable Ko, who is the proponent of this request resolution ordinance, and 5% is the proposal of Honorable Suiso.
Yes, there are two proposals, Honorable Chair, 5%
Yes.
and 10%. But may I just manifest that the barangay clearance fees are not yet uniform. 1,000 pesos was the one being mentioned by the city sir, but it's not 1,000. Usually the barangay charge 100 or 50 pesos. In fact, our recent ordinance passed by the barangay community and barangay Tabet, 100 or 150. So it's not 1,000 pesos. It's only the statement of the city treasurer's office. Sa uban nga LGU, discharge 1,000 for clearance fees. Murag sa Cagayan de Oro, 1,000. Sa ato gamay ra 150. So the from unless time will come, this council will enact an ordinance for the barangay fees for maniputan. Inimintan dili pa uniform karon. So the clearance fees shall be determined by the ordinance enacted by the barangay. That's why the barangays were encouraged to enact ordinances regarding clearance fees. So we go back to the 5% and 10% or percent. Can we hear other comments on the 5% or 10%? Before we go to a vote, I go sa atong colleagues, 5% or 10%. May we hear comments from my colleagues?
May we hear from the other members of this august body for your reactions regarding the proposal of the retention of this integrated use.
If there are no more comments, Honorable Chair, may we have a vote? We have a vote on the two suggestions.
Yes.
As may I speak in favor of the first suggestion of the increase of 5%. Chair, please raise your right hand. Secretary, please count
We are
the votes.
now in a votation.
Those in favor of 5%.
Yeah, because we
being-
have two options.
Being suggested by Honorable Ciso, raise your right hand. 5%.
For 5%, who is in favor?
One vote on Honorable Ciso, man patas sa kamot. Those in favor of the 10%, raise your right hands. So, against 10%, have it.
Majority.
Has it, Honorable Chair. So we have those 10% share of the LGU.
The
And continue-
10% has it.
To continue further, Honorable Chair, Section 10, APTBT clause, this ordinance shall take effect after the appropriation. We have understanding with the mayor that because publication expense incurs a bigger amount. So in case the ordinance will not charge a penalty, we can we may have it posted only in 3 conspicuous places in the LGU. Example, City Hall, IGT or the public market. 3 conspicuous places, we don't have to publicize it as paper, which will incur substantial expense on the chair. So we'll modify this ordinance shall take effect after 10 days no, from posting of this ordinance in 3 conspicuous public places in Osami City. So these are the changes of this ordinance. So we are now open for comments. Akong modification niya, may hear from Honorable Silco, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Ko, you are now recognized by the chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. So we'll turn our attention at Section 5, processing time. So this will be reword into the definition of and the based sa Joint Memorandum Circular Section 8.5, Section 8.5.1. So this shall be conformed to the definition of the standard processing time indicated in the Joint Memorandum dated 2021. But regarding the additional statement of giving ample time to the different barangays for the issuance of clearance, niingon man gud diri sa Section 8.4.6 na LGU shall issue ancillary permits such as locational clearance, sanitary permit, and environmental clearance or barangay clearance together with the business permit with necessary inspections connected with these permits to be conducted after the permits have been issued. So, wala na siya'y pwede na dili ibutangan og ample time to the barangay, different barangays to conduct inspection. Kay renewal, kay i-considered man ni siya as how do you call this, kining as an approved application. So after payment, after getting the business permit, ayha pa mag-conduct sa post-audit o ayha pa mag-conduct sa unsay mga kulang and to allow the applicants to comply with the kulang within 45 days, which is naas na pod sa ato ang next ordinance.
Yes, Honorable Sir, I agree.
Thank you.
This is comment on the LGB that the LGU, especially the barangay, shall be given ample time. But this section speaks of passing time. So, passing time, wala na labot ang inspection. The inspection should not hamper the passing time. So, in fact, I agree that inspection will happen after the issuance of the base permit. So, gusto lang sa atong DLG nga, mabutan din nga after the issuance, na po inspection sa barangay nga should be given, the barangay should be given ample time. This passing time is at least 3 working days as provided for in the number 8.5.1 of the Circular. But the additional sentence, if my colleagues would consider, di tayo kailangan, no? Nga buta pa inspection, anyway, naman sa memorandum, nga na-inspection yun. But it's after the issuance of the base permit, na-inspection. So, kanin niya session ha, passing time ra. Wala po na inspection eh. So, we no longer add another sentence as recommended by the sponsor, Honorable Silco, Honorable Chair. And may ask Honorable Silco to proceed with other sections of
Yes, Honorable Ko.
this ordinance.
So with that, wala na ilain na comment, Madam Chair and Majority Floor Leader, only in that Section 5 that we are going to reword and indicate fully the processing time steps. Thank you, Madam Chair.
So okay na itong sa senatore nga mutan sa servisyot kung wala ang punang barangay na ay first kagawad nga iya pong electronic signature, no? Kung wala ang punang barangay. So if there are no more comments or ordinance, we will schedule this for the third reading next week, September 24. Sa third reading, wala na arguments, wala na yung mga comments.
Amendments.
Mubuta lang ta kung uyan magdili. Now is the time na we are given opportunity to modify or amend this ordinance. So, ano nila ay mga comments, aside from the inputs na ipadayag sa joint committee hearing, nga ato nakaroon na diskutihan. No more, Honorable Chair. So, if there are no more comments, we proceed to second ordinance, which was also subject of joint committee hearing last Thursday, September 12. Second ordinance, amending section 4A.06, ordinance number 1059-13, otherwise known as the revised Revenue Code of Osamis, for the purpose of establishing guidelines in the grant of qualified grace period and final extension for business permit renewal applications. Honorable Sir, there are actually no violent reactions or observations last committee hearing. No like comment ang atong heated sir about letter B of section 1 sa extension. And section 1, letter A, there's an extension of 45 calendar days. Sa letter B, may final extension nga 60 calendar days. So may mo pala yung 105 days na. Kay 45 pa 60, 105. Ang comment sa atong sitwasyon nga, murag taas na kayo. No? Basin og, ang pasabot kay 60, 15 days na. So 45 plus 15, ang total 60 days. Kaya in fact, in our experience before, the deadline or business permit applications is January 20. Before, we usually extend it up to February 20, and then up to March 20, and the most extension for the third time extended to March 20. Muna katulora maximum. So, usara duha ang extension. So, maximum of 90 days. Ang usual na itong extension is 30 days. Pero this section B, 1B, provides an extension of total of 105 days. So, may we ask the sponsor, unsay inyong una-una, 60 days ba? Or 60 days ang total, 45 plus 15, 60 days. May we know the rationale, the letter behind this section, Honorable Cecil-Co?
Thank you, Madam
Yes,
Chair.
Honorable Ko, you are now acknowledged by the
Thank
Chair.
you. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. So this ordinance came about after a deliberation and suggestion also from the Councilor Honorable Kat Lim. So there was this suggestion actually from the business sector to allow them a 45 days grace period to comply with the requirements. This extension is different from the usual yearly na extension nato nga gihatag upon the application of business permit, which always on January 20 ang last day. So the usual that we do, the usual extension that we give is extending this January 20 to several days for the application of the new business permit and license. But here, this ordinance is amending our old ordinance, particularly number 1059-13 ordinance, section 4A.4.06. So this is an additional, additional provision. So, na butang diri no na section 4A.46 Roman numeral I. So this is an additional to the old ordinance na one paragraph lang siya. 4A.06 time and manner of payment. So naatay gisumpay na upon receipt by the Business Permit and Licensing Office of a fully accomplished business permit renewal application, renewal lang manggod ni siya pod, plus attachment of all requirements, the submission shall be considered prima facie complete. The BPLO shall then examine the submission for any insufficiencies. So upon finding of any such kulang, the BPLO shall promptly notify the applicant, who shall be given a grace period of 45 days to comply kung unsa tong mga kulang. Sometimes there are papers nga, documents nga dili dayon ma-update or dili makakuha ang aplikante og bag-ong or updated documents like barangay clearance. Kay dili man mo issue ang barangay clearance, ang barangay clearance kung several months before nimo gikuha, then karon pa nimo siya gamiton. Or mga documents like DTI nga wala pa ma-renew, nya due na for renewal. So the applicant is given 45 days to comply with that, with those mga kulang documents, meaning nakautang, no, conscat, no, sakto, no, nakautang si aplikante og mga documents. So without penalty, tagaan siya 45 days to comply. And sa letter B, so meaning to say, ang 45 days, nag-count na siya upon the receipt of the application form and the attached documents. So, what na siya labot sa katong January 20 nga last day of application of business renewal. So, it depends upon the LGU kung kato siya ma-extended pa to siya or dili. Pero kani siya automatically, once makakita ang window 1 nga naa pa siya kulang, pila lang kabuok nga documents, i-consider naman yun siya as complete and approved. So, mo-compute na siya pilay bayro nun, and then by the second day or third day, pick up po na lang niya ang iyahang business permit. But naa siya 45 days to comply whatever is kulang sa iyang documents. So pag-abot sa letter B, if within 45 days naamang yung mga papers nga dili pa gyud mahuman within 45 days, like katong pang-mention sa ato ang mga business sector and barangay captain bato na mga DENR papers, sa pana nga mga papers din nga lisod kaayo siya i-comply within 45 days. Upon renewal raman gihapon ni nga transaction, tagaan siya o mag-request siya for another 60 days extension. Kani nga 60 days extension is wala nato ma-indicate dere, and we will amend or correct paragraph B, no, nga ibutang nato din nga magamit lang ni or maka-apply lang siya ani once in a lifetime sa iyang business enterprise. Meaning to say na once lang siya maka-avail ani kay pasabot, by the next year niya nga renewal, katong mga hard to get nga mga documents, ready na gyud siya. Dili na siya need pa nga mo avail pa aning 60 days. But ang 45 days, pwede every year siya mangayo og extension or maka-avail ani nga grace period. So we will just reword this paragraph to indicate nga once lang siya maka-avail aning 60 days extension period sa iyahang to comply with the papers, not for business application, business license application, to comply lang sa iyahang mga kulang nga papeles.